So there has been a request for a Gaia point of view game. So that is exactly what we're going to be watching now. And it seems like the top level guys, like they're kind of, normally when I do the search on AOM stats, I do 1850 and above. So that's like your top 100-ish. And it seems like hardly any of them are playing Gaia. Even the game doesn't want to play Gaia. It's playing the Egyptian banger instead in the background for some reason, rather than the Atlantean song, which is also pretty good. But we'll be watching one Kitten Claw here, which is the second account of Nyan Racing Cat. He plays in tournaments, very, very strong player. And I actually played him the other day, and he was playing Fuji, and he wrecked me. So we'll see how he does with the Gaia. I know a lot of his gods are kind of unorthodox. He tries to find something that's absolutely broken, and then just kind of keeps that train going, and just fully goes for it. So when the Japanese were first out, he was full on the Miko healing and stuff like that. He just goes full abuse mode. So I wonder how he's going to play Gaia, to be fair. He's playing up against Firefox, who is, a super strong player too. I don't think he plays tournaments though, just a ladder player, but one of the strongest there is, playing Set, which I would say is S tier pick. This Kui Drum here is the heroes increase damage as they lose HP. So that could be pretty good if you have some healing with your Caladria and you get them back up to full HP after dealing a little bit of damage. Nice min-maxing on the damage. Ranged soldiers' movement speed of targets hit with with a range. Oh my god, whatever this means. It's snaring for ranged units. Some of the wording on these is funky as hell, but it's snaring for ranged units. I kind of need to make my own tooltip that just says what it is really quickly, because dyslexic brain of mine just does not read these very, very well. Ranged soldiers, another ranged soldier one. It makes them cheaper. Somebody said I'm S tier at reading out relics, but I think that might be a lie. So here, Nyan's going for what I would consider the standard Gaia build, which is drop an economic guild. I love what he's done with the mana and the temple and the Gaia tree, just so that those set spearmen can't be running in, causing a bit of a ruckus in the main base. But he has got hand axe pickaxe, does not have any extra hero citizens. So there's like what I'd call the Greed Boys version of this build, where you also get a couple of hero citizens. I know it was the meta quite a long time ago, but the meta is kind of quicker than it used to be maybe 6 months ago when that build was popular. But still, it's going to be about a 320 click up time, however long it takes this villager to get out. Maybe it's 330, so kind of 430 advanced times. Also found one of the relics over here, so he wants those snaring relic. It's kind of nice for the Terma, because it's only melee units that snare normally, which means that it slows down the enemy units. Whereas if you can get Termas that do that, it's going to be really, really nice. And he is going funky. He's going Leto, so it's going to be a Leto angle for Nyan, and it is that 430, so pretty standard uptime. Yeah, not going the pure Greed Boys route. And is it going to be a lot of Automaton? I think Automaton, I did play against a Gaia player recently when I was playing Isis, and the Gaia did go for this pure aggression with the Automatons and the Terma against my 2-town center, and I was not expecting it, and it did a lot of damage as a lot of Gaias sit back, play kind of defensive, and if they don't, they normally go the other way, where they go Oceanus, they come at you with some hero Mamillos and the guys to heal those up, and it's kind of telegraphed what happens there. You can just get some Axemen out, kind of deal with that one. But there is a Shifting Sands from Firefox, and if you see a Shifting Sands at 4 minutes into the game and you don't see any dudes, then he's grabbing a town center. I imagine this is the town center, and it looks like there is an elephant there, and Nyan does want to spot it. I'm surprised he spots it like this. You could just stand your Oracle here and slowly shuffle it forward, but he knows Gaia better than me, and he knows that he won't take that much damage. So there is a second town center right there for his opponent, Firefox. Now, what can Nyan do? So he is getting those automatons out. If I was him, I would right-click the temple here, because there is a vision down to see, and he will, make sure that the automaton isn't spotted by Firefox. This little banner here normally shows when you're building things, so you can see that you're kind of building the Mamillos maybe, but in the temple, you already have 3 relics there, so you don't know that there's an extra automaton in there. When you go Leto, maybe it is telegraphed a little bit. He has also dropped the barracks. So Firefox should know something's coming for him, knowing that at least Nyan isn't going for a really fast second town center. especially because the back town centers are just awful. I do rate the Shifting Sands play just to get to the middle town center a little bit better. Seeing the kind of town center that the Gaia has here, our Gaia player, it isn't too bad. You get some rhinos, get some gazelles you can kind of shoot under. The gold mines are kind of close. So definitely didn't want a similar back one like this. And it looks like Nyan is going pure automatons. He's got 6 oracles out already. So that is something that you can do. If you're staying the 1 town center rather than the 2 town center, you can just spend that extra eco getting favor instead of extra resources. We've got all the boys coming out and he's going to spread them out everywhere. He's got 2 hero ones also. So I'm expecting a big automaton push to come at some point. Looks like he's also getting Volcanic Forge. This is the Pierce attacks are more vulnerability, less vulnerability to Pierce attacks. So it's going to be nice up against those slingers. The priests though and the pharaoh do divine damage. And this is a little cheeky one here. So this is using the spider eggs. And he's actually just using it for the vision there. Maybe there will be a spearman that unluckily steps in this, but maybe it's just for the vision, just seeing when something pops out. Where is the next one being sent? And another one on this hunt spot here. This is a really nice usage because if the units do move over here, you get free kills. But if not, it's basically like having an oracle here. And you know when he's on the hunt, and that's when the automatons can do the sneaky around the back and maybe get some damage done. It does mean that Firefox is going for these giraffes. You can even see that these giraffes are actually dead. Unfortunately, that's something that never got fixed. Please fix it in an upcoming patch. So this is the place to attack for the time being. He definitely knows this is confirmed by the eggs going down. And this is a pretty scary army so far. Still 18 favor left. These guys cost like 9, I think. 6? They cost 6 favor? No, they don't cost 6. That's absurd. Okay, so you can get so many more of these. You get 2, 3 by the time he gets up. You can basically just constantly print these guys. Honey nuts. The moose is on the loose. I swear this is the first time ever I see Leto Mamillos. Yeah, it is weird. I mean, we said to start with, I thought it would be Automaton Terma, especially picking up, he got the Terma's snare relic, so the Termas do slow down enemy units, so I'm surprised to kind of see that one. Axeman already preemptively used, so there is a spider eggs that Firefox has definitely caught out. There is a priest that is caught out as well, though, and the Mamillo should be able to finish this guy off unless there's another priest over here to heal them. I assume the Pharaoh is around here, so he is going to get healed up, and looks like Firefox has noticed this. I mean, he did spy, use his vision for the barracks, so he does know that the Mamillos are in. And what is the response from Nyan? Who's being hit here? It looks like an Axeman took down a hero. That's pretty big. There's no way to heal those guys up unless they just sit on the lush and take ages. But it is going to be the Chirobalister. And I think the Chirobalister needs to be hidden some way, unless he's going now, and he is going now, because the slingers are just going to obliterate this guy. Does the relic work for him? Yes. So Chirobalister snares units. What a tech. And Nyan is hitting that go button. If you're going up against somebody that's 2 town centers and you want to attack, between 8 and 9 minutes is when you have a big advantage. You can even see it here. Unfortunately, we can see Firefox's perspective. I wish you could turn this off, but you can't. And this is the time to hit the go button. He also has some resources sat in the bank. Deciding not to. So there is another vision coming through from Firefox. He did use it kind of here, so he can see that settlement. And just more spider eggs going through on the barracks here. They can't... What? They count as myth units? Okay. It's just how much I know about Gaia. I've been shocked like 3 times already. But yes. I mean, Firefox knows now that he just shouldn't walk here. It's a bit awkward because his barracks is here. I guess he's just going to have to sacrifice units into it. There's nothing else you can do. On the original game, you could just build over this and it would just get rid of these. And there's going to be a Gaia Forest. What kind of Gaia Forest is that? Stopping the pathway so he has to delete a barracks? Basically, it's like deleting a barracks. And Firefox is ready for this attack. How many priests does this guy have? He's got 19 priests and a pharaoh. And is that enough to deal with the warrior automaton? Even forcing out some mercenaries. Mercenaries, basically, they're just a tank for a couple of seconds. The Chirobalistas are going to chew through those pretty quick, though. And the entirety of that front line is just going to be gone. There are 7 automatons still available, still left to deal some good damage. And the classical age priest just barely do any damage. The Pharaoh, though, he definitely does. Already got 2 kills, 300 damage to his name. He was kind of empowering the town center for a while, which is a bit strange. But this is exactly what he needs to do as the defender, is just keep popping out. And I guess the Gaia player just needs to just keep going. Nyan just needs to keep going, take down all those priests, potentially try and repair some up at some point. It's a little bit awkward to do so. And I think all the automatons are going to go down, but has he done enough damage? That is the question. All Firefox is left with is this one Axeman that gets obliterated in 2 seconds and a load of priests. Also, nice raid on this side. It was a little bit greedy by Firefox there, considering he can go on this backside. The villager's still on this top position. Fortunately, a little bit of a wayward robot gets caught out on the bottom. But one kitten claw here. Nyan, I mean, he did a lot of damage, but he also, I mean, he lost so many units there, so many automatons. You don't really want to be losing too many, because you can rebuild these guys, and they're just like infinite dudes that you can just keep repairing. But being 1 TC against the 2 TC, I mean, you need to put some pressure on. You can't just sit back and wait for them to come to you, otherwise you're just going to lose. Nice bit of pressure here. Just pushing, making sure that Firefox is off of these resources. And there was a gold mine kind of close and already half mined out. I imagine Firefox is the kind of guy to have left his starting gold mine and not touched it, and he will be on it now. He's very good at that kind of min-maxing of the resources, getting the most out of his 2 TC play. And I think Nyan's just going to go again. Just spending his resources. He's got enough for another couple of Kyro Ballista. I assume that's what's coming through. Eco-wise, moving everything out. Did he get any extra upgrades? He did get Shaft Mine, so he's going to be able to get some gold in pretty quickly. Unfortunately, there was a Kyro Ballista being attacked by the town center. Nice focus fire from Firefox. Oh, Kyro Ballista getting a little bit confused again. And just the town center getting the DPS in against those Kyro Ballista. It's not something you really want to do. The Kyro Ballista is such a weak unit, like such glass cannon, squishy boys. The automatons do have to run away. And again, just the focus fire down on those Kyro Ballista. They are so expensive. It is a little bit rough. Villagers coming in. They're pretty good against Kyro Ballistas too. They're not as good as they used to be. They don't get the bonus damage, but they just have such low hack armor. Look at them go down. Although the Kyro Ballista does decent damage to the villagers, I guess. But it is just throwing stuff into the meat grinder, basically. I mean, the guy is actually ahead on villagers, and all of these villagers have to start shanking down for Firefox. So it isn't like he's getting much value out of this second town center either way. On this top side, looks like a citizen did come through, jot the economic guild, so his boys can slowly heal up. And that, yeah, the 2 TC heroic age into 1 TC pure classical is a choice, but I think it might have been the right choice by Firefox, because he needs those better priests. Nice raid right here. Looks like there were some villagers up that top side that one Kitten Claw here does just suddenly see, and he's going to be shanking them down. Goes after the low HP villager very, very quickly. Warrior automatons to run away. But yeah, these priests are just so much better now. They have so much more range. So they've got 18 range, so they don't have to sit in the line of fire of some of them are Millos that can easily get onto them. They just have a bit more DPS. Just better in general. Oh, that feels bad. So there was a citizen that went down to double lion and elephant attack. It's one of those things where once you're attacking with the units, you just kind of don't see this on the back line. It does feel bad. I don't know where that vision went. But I think Nyan just has one idea, and it is go. Maybe he is going up to the next stage. No, he is. He's going through Rhea. But while that is going on, he does want to get some good damage on. Look how low HP some of those villagers are. Potentially the Pharaoh could get caught out. No, he's going to survive with about 40 HP. Warrior automatons, though, force on this side. And while this is going on, all of the priests are forced back here. There is a Migdal stronghold up on the backside, though. So Nyan needs to decide where to attack, basically. He is going to get a behemoth through Rhea, so that's going to be a really good answer to that town center. And everything on the backside to take out the priests. So the automatons are just kind of hanging out here, maybe waiting for the priests to run away. Then he can go back in, attack the gold mine. Oh, they get a volcanic forge too? I always get confused with the Kyro Ballista as siege weapons. It looks like they are when they want to be, and they aren't when they don't want to be. So they do get that extra pierce armor. So it makes the Karabalista pretty decent. So Rhea is going to come through. He's going to get that Mamillo upgrade. So he's going to have the tankier Mamillos with the extra hack armor. So that is a decent choice through the kind of way that he's playing it, which is the Leto Mamillos. Extra hack armor, extra pierce armor. I mean, why not? He's going to get that extra favor, true. It's going to go to use this guy, get some favor back. Quick traitor. Where the hell was that? Ah, there it is. Scorpion Man coming in just at the wrong time. Literally, I'm sure if Firefox would have seen that one come through, he would have held his Scorpion Man back, but it was just as he hit the next stage. Now, Naya needs to decide where to attack. He's also getting a town center on the back, which I really do like. When you go into this extended kind of pressure play against the two TCs, you've got to know when you've done the damage and when you need to kind of say, okay, I'm also going to get some eco of my own. It's kind of a hard decision to make, but I think this is definitely the right decision to make right here in this moment. And this is the upgrade. So they have extra hack armor here, and they have extra pierce armor here. This is Gaia. This is a Gaia only thing, isn't it? No, I guess Chronos can do it too. That's got to be broken, surely. Surely. Look at all this armor. Behemoth on his lonesome, going to be able to take out the Migdal Stronghold probably. And all the Firefox units are caught back here. Shifting Sands was used earlier. Shifting Sands was used to take a town center, so doesn't really want to spend 50 favor to bring his units back here. And lots of damage getting done on this gold mine. I expect Firefox to be attacking up here at some point, unless he's coming back to defend this position. Is sticking to the pure classical army right here. Still so many priests. And the Behemoth just needs to be left. And Firefox will be able to defend the position, but how many villagers did he lose during that engagement? Quite a ridiculous amount. 9 will run away. Just taking these small little wins. Now the Cantarius raids come in. Is there going to be any villagers left on this gold mine? There are 2 automatons coming around the back as well. Some villagers want to shank those ones down. I guess they win this with the help of the priests, but... Yep, a couple of dead villagers anyway. And then this spy down here has been there for a long time. These spider eggs, even up to 21 favor spider eggs, basically just transitioned into from automaton, spending his favor on that. When he saw the mass priest, gone, well, I'm just going to start dropping loads of spider layers down instead. Now, heavy Cantarius. Nice raid coming up from Firefox, though. But I think he should be able to get away. He's got 7 citizens here. Super quick on this Gaia Lush. There is a Scorpion Man that is probably fast enough to catch them, but doesn't go after them in time. And it's just pure backline here, basically. While the Cantarius are just constantly raiding. And there's so many villagers just not being able to do anything on this right side. Just constantly chipping away at them. Never got the survival equipment either, which is rough. And now this is what we meant about that second TC. Second Scorpion Man stolen too is going to go down basically like using a bolt on it, but sometimes a bolt is worth it. It's a 15 favor bolt. Has had 6 oracles earlier. One has gone down. I imagine there was one on this side. But the slow Firefox army doesn't have the spearmen. He has all the slow boys. Has the axemen, has the priest, the slingers, all running away together, just running at priest speed, which is not quick. 3.6 speed on that side. So there was a rogue siege tower. And now, I mean, he's just in such a commanding position. Can just run down here and basically just face tank the Migdal. Migdal Stronghold has been fully repaired, but how much gold has that really cost him? Just from the starting amount and then needing to not be on the gold mine for all that time. There is an Ancestors drop, though. There's not that many heroes. Definitely not Hero Karabalista. So minions on the backside should be getting good damage done. But the whole of the main army is just getting destroyed. On this top side, there's a little cheeky raid with the spearmen, but not enough for Gaia citizens to really care about. Just going to turn around, shank that one, no problem. Heavy Cantarius coming down as well. And I think now the Gaia, Mr. Nyan, is just in such a good spot. Even just a, why not drop a 21 favor spider eggs? And I like the play. I like how he adapted to tried for those automatons. As soon as he saw mass priests, he kind of went let them go all down anyway, but then just committed to something else rather than just saying I want to make the automatons work. But I actually rate this Gaia 1 TC automatons versus the Egyptians. I think it's pretty good.